After they broke their silence, we have some information to go off of. So let's start with the gameplay shown in the newest trailers. After watching the recent trailers, I'm sticking with what I think they were going for with the gameplay. That being, the game isn't about memorizing combos, but rather more strategy and taking actions based on what's going on. For example, since each type of pursuit attack does something different, the triangle one boosts your spirit gauge while the square one reduces your opponent's ki, then if you had full spirit and your opponent had enough ki to evade, you'd be better off using the combo pursuit to lower it. Of course, your opponent would know that's what you were trying to do and would pick the block against losing their ki. On the other hand, you would know that they knew what you were planning and you would pick the combo one anyway, since they wouldn't pick it. Of course, they would know that you knew what they were planning and would then pick the combo one anyone to stop you. And just like that, the game had you stuck in a Princess Bride-like logic circle. So my advice is to not play against any Sicilians. The trouble, at first thought, is your opponent could just pick to defend against you raising spirit or draining their full ki bar the entire fight and leave you not able to do anything. Well, first of all, they would end up losing horribly once you figure it out and just start picking the one they were letting you do. Secondly, each type has a small effect on what they aren't mainly for. So triangle will drain a small bit of ki and square will raise your spirit a tiny bit. As for the attacker always having the advantage, you can vanish out of their pursuit. Now, I haven't seen what happens when you vanish out of the triangle route yet, but off the square one, if you do vanish, not only are you able to beat them up from behind, but you take a decent amount of ki just from the vanishing hit. Then you are left behind them or able to beat them up, or at least from a combo pursuit. It might be a bit different from the other pursuit type, I don't know yet. In any case, it sets you up for deciding if you want to go for maximum damage and effect from the pursuit, or if you should end it early to avoid getting vanished. Of course, if you do end it early, you won't get as much effect or damage out of your assault. Also something new from the videos, they showed another way to start a set of pursuits without a quick time event. This is a fully charged attack. Cell used one, and not only did it break Vegeta's guard, but it also started a pursuit chain. Finally, if the defense wins the quick time event at the start of this, they get a small bonus to what the attacker was trying to do. So again, if the attacker wanted spirit, then the defender would gain some spirit from his defense and drain ki if it was the other one. Also about the pursuit attack, something I noticed. The direction you push for the final hit determines what type of finisher you use. They've only showed one type for the square ones, although they haven't shown a direction other than up and down, so it might only be the smash ones. But apart from different animations, some of them also leave you off in different situations when the attack is over. So again, you have a choice to make of which finisher would be best for what you want to do when it's over. Now again, I haven't played the game, so I don't know if any of this will end up being true. This is simply what I think they were going for and how it might play out. We'll see when they let us play the game. Now for the story mode. The story looks like it has what the fans want, but I have to comment on the anime cutscenes. They look very out of place compared to the rest of the game. This is why I've never been a fan of using anime cutscenes in a game. They will end up being a big distraction instead of a nice way to tell the story. The cutscenes should be worked to blend themselves in with the rest of the gameplay and fights instead of standing out like a sore thumb. As for how the mode works outside of that, they have the free flight back, but they haven't really shown anything else. Hopefully it will be more like Budokai 3's story mode and not BT2's. BT2 really didn't have any side quests or paths for the most part, while B3 had plenty of hidden events and things you can hunt down on the map. If they're gonna have a map, it better be worth exploring. And finally, we have Hero Mode. My biggest issue with it right now is it's looking like you have a choice between making a Saiyan male or a male Saiyan. I'm sorry, but where is the creation there, really? How am I supposed to be creative when I can only make one type of character? There's probably only so many male Saiyans I can make before I get bored. Probably around 3 or 4. I just don't understand how I could screw up something as simple as selecting gender. Well, I guess I can. There's that unrented rule that a female must never, ever be allowed to go Super Saiyan. And since this mode has them gaining that transformation, I guess that means we have to stick to men. Okay, preemptive venting over, I do think it's weird that they've only showed basically one type of character. I can't think of a reason to hide other options. I don't want to turn this video into a rant on how the character creation is so horribly shallow to me. I'll save that for my review if needed, so let's just move on. As for the customization itself, it's decent. The color options are certainly there, but the part picking could have been better. Now, I was expecting to pick from pre-made stuff. I mean, what else would you do? But it would have been nice if the hair and face weren't connected to being the same thing, and you could pick the top and bottom for your outfit instead of just the whole thing. One final thing to follow up on that. The current rumor about the body types is you only get 3 slots to make characters in, and each slot is tied to a body type, meaning the options are even more limited. You get 1 mid-sized male Saiyan, 1 child male Saiyan, and 1 large male Saiyan. It really is looking like it's going to be one of the worst character creators I have seen. Finally, from what it sounds like so far, Hero Mode is a little story mode for your character that also serves as a training ground for them before they are ready to go out and fight in the normal modes. Reminds me of Dynasty Warriors 5 XL. If that's true, then you would start out pretty weak and slowly get better as time goes on. At least the mode itself looks and sounds promising. Flying around fighting people, having a master teach you things, gaining stats, fighting more people, beating Grade 8 Baby in Super Saiyan 1 and really showing up that pansy Goku. At least this part seems done well. So that's it for now. Chances are I won't make another impressions video unless something really major happens or there's a demo.